Good evening. 3 stories today about people who thought the rules had been settled. A governor takes office, then asks for leave a day later. An accounting firm loses contracts after a leak. FIFA legends say their president has forgotten what he answers to. The pattern is the same. Someone believed their position was the protection. It wasn't. The Premier League season is back underway. Just one round of matches has been enough to send fans and pundits into overdrive with wild predictions. Newly promoted Hull City are apparently now title contenders alongside Arsenal. Ipswich Town's Julio Enciso is being tipped for the Ballon d'Or. The opening fixtures haven't even finished yet, but the knee-jerk reactions are already in full flow. Tottenham Hotspur have dominated the early narrative of the new campaign. Guardian Football reported this. An Israeli strike has hit a shelter in Gaza. The attack adds to a growing number of casualties in the territory since fighting resumed. More than 1,200 Palestinians have been killed there since October of last year. That's when a ceasefire agreement was supposed to take effect. The strike on the shelter marks the latest escalation in violence that has continued despite that truce. Civilians in Gaza remain caught in the conflict with no clear end to the bloodshed. The death toll has been climbing for months now. Jazeera reported this. A Mexican state governor is stepping away from his job just one day after returning to it. Ruben Rocha Moya governs Sinaloa and is facing drug charges in the United States. He's requested a leave of absence. The timing follows sharp words from Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum who said officials must put the nation ahead of their own interests. Rocha Moya had only just come back to work when he made this decision. Sinaloa is a state long associated with drug trafficking operations. The governor's legal troubles now extend across the border. Fox News reported this. Scandal has marked this year's midterm elections. Both Democrats and Republicans have faced controversies involving their candidates. Neither party has settled on a consistent way to deal with these problems. Some candidates have been dropped, others have kept their party's support despite the allegations against them. The approach has varied from race to race. What counts as disqualifying in one contest has been tolerated in another. This patchwork response reflects the high stakes of the midterms. Control of Congress hangs in the balance, and that calculation appears to be shaping how party leaders respond when trouble emerges. Politico reported this. Up to 40,000 runners are preparing to take part in the Sydney Marathon next week, but there's been an embarrassing mistake with the medals they'll receive at the finish line. The organisers have admitted the medals feature an image of a German stadium instead of an Australian one. They've called the error unfortunate. The mix-up means tens of thousands of competitors will be crossing the finish line only to be handed a souvenir that celebrates the wrong country entirely. The organisers haven't said whether they plan to replace the medals or how the mistake happened in the first place. Sky News reported this. Marathon runners in Sydney will cross the finish line next week and receive medals showing a stadium in Germany. The organisers have called it unfortunate. KPMG is cutting nearly 400 jobs in Australia after it lost contracts over an audit leak scandal. 27 partners are going, along with 360 staff. An accounting firm is making major cuts to its Australian operations. KPMG will shed almost 400 jobs. That includes 27 partners and about 360 staff. The firm is also restructuring how it operates. The cuts follow an audit leak scandal. KPMG lost contracts after that scandal broke. Revenue has fallen as a result. The job losses affect the Australian arm of the global accounting firm. ABC Australia reported this. Young people in New Zealand could soon be banned from using social media. The government there is preparing to introduce a bill that would stop anyone under the age of 16 from accessing social media platforms. But the plan is already running into trouble. Some members of parliament say they oppose the proposals. They don't believe a ban like this will actually work. The government has not yet said when it will formally present the bill to parliament. New Zealand would join a small number of countries trying to restrict children's access to social media. Australia has been considering similar measures. BBC World reported this. FIFA's president is facing sharp criticism from some of football's biggest names. World Cup winners and legendary players say Gianni Infantino has become blinded by power. They've made their views public in what amounts to a rare rebuke from within the sport's elite circles. Infantino has led FIFA since 2016. The governing body controls international football and generates billions of dollars through the World Cup and other tournaments. The criticism suggests growing unease about how the organization is being run. Channel News Asia reported this. An oil company is putting money into training for journalists in Nigeria's oil-producing region. Chevron Nigeria Limited says it will continue building up the skills of reporters who cover the energy sector in the Niger Delta. The company wants journalists there to report more accurately on energy issues. The Niger Delta is where most of Nigeria's oil comes from. It's also an area where tensions between communities and oil companies have run high for years. Better-informed reporting could help people across the country understand what's happening in the region's energy industry. Chevron hasn't said how many journalists will be trained or when the program will run. Punch NG reported this. Hundreds of people across the country have fallen ill in a Salmonella outbreak. The infections have been linked to imported eggs. Health officials are investigating the source of the contaminated products. Salmonella is a bacterial infection that causes stomach pain, sickness, and diarrhea. It can be particularly dangerous for young children, elderly people, and those with weakened immune systems. The outbreak affects people who may have bought and eaten the imported eggs without knowing they carried the bacteria. Anyone experiencing symptoms after eating eggs should contact their doctor. EBC Health reported this.